Okay, today we are tying a Micro Mayfly nymph. This is a really fun Mayfly pattern. I'm going to start off with an Allen fly fishing in 204 in size 16 in the vise. I probably fish it more in size 18, but I couldn't find my 2mm beads, so I just had these 2.4mm tungsten beads in copper. So we're going to tie it on to 16. I'm going to start off with some Veevus 10-aught thread in olive. And if you like these quill-bodied nymphs, go ahead and give this video a like. Let us know your favorite color of quill body, because quill bodies are, I think, one of the best looking flies out there. They're a little bit more work. Obviously, some flies are a little bit easier to make, but that's okay. Once we get back there, we're going to get that tail tied in. It is just some pheasant tail. So you just need 3 or 4 fibers. You don't need a bunch of fibers for a tail. I like to get that. Let's rotate this hook just to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. And get this in with a nice pinch wrap. Right back here where we stopped with our thread. Couple wraps. And then just pull that to the length that you like it. Right about there, I think, is pretty good. Get that. Move it forward a bit. And go ahead and trim this out. And now I like to keep this thread nice and flat for these next wraps. Nothing like super crazy because it's not a thread body, but just trying to keep things smooth for this small copper wire. Go ahead and get this start back here. A little bit more on the side there. Again, just nice and smooth. Back down so we can tie in this quill. Alright, this quill is looking extra short. I normally like to tie these with a little bit longer quill on a size 16. But I'm running a little bit low on this golden olive color. Let's keep this body thin. See what happens. We'll get hackle pliers so I can grip the very tip of this. You'll notice I tied it so that this black part is right, well, it'll be facing away from the front. All right, let's try that again. We got this like I said, be a little bit delicate. Let's see if I can find a little bit longer one. All right, we'll get started just by hand here. Want close touching wraps. Get short. Those tackle pliers are nice, but for whatever reason, always done better with my fingers. Trapped on here. There we go. And then we can trim off that butt section here. It will cooperate. It's definitely wanting to fight me a little bit. It's all right. Now we can counter wrap. With our copper wire. Helicopter that out. Do like to go over all of that with a very, very, very thin coating of Solarez Bone Dry, just to make sure it's all going to just stay right where it is. That said, that those Polish quills are a little bit fragile. This just makes it so that nothing will go anywhere. We have a nice coating of thread here to put our pearlescent tinsel kind of for our flashback on our Wingcase. Now our actual Wingcase is just going to be some more pheasant tail. I go with, probably like 8 fibers or so. So a nice little clump of pheasant tail fibers. You don't need a ton, but we want this to actually be seen. Okay, we'll try to get the legs out of these two, so we kind of get it out like that, so that those fibers are what would be go over the wing case and then come back and make the legs. To find it to be that getting that measurement correct is very difficult. It takes a lot of time. Most time I'd say I probably don't get it right. For the dubbing, I'm using some Semperfli Kapok dubbing. Needed some light olive, and this was the light olive that I had. So any kind of the super fine dry fly dubbing is gonna take care of this fly. We don't need it to be super buggy, especially as you get it in the you get to the smaller sizes. To get that over there, you can kind of, it becomes a little bit harder to hold on to these. You kind of can wiggle it a little bit. Flatten those out. Come in here, get those secured. A couple wraps. You can see those are kind of flaring back. They want to kind of go to each side. I want them to fairly equally. I can help them out a little bit. And get that flash up. Wrap any of those legs. Go. And just a nice 3-turn whip finish, because we are going to get some thick UV resin. Here I have Loon thick. And we're just going to come in on top here. Get a nice little coating. There we go. A nice little bump of a coating of thick right on that wing case. From the bead down to that abdomen. It can be a little bit, sometimes the thick stuff can be a little tacky. So if you want, after you get that on there, you can come back and just put a little thin coating of Solarez bone dry on that. Right on top of that, that'll take care of any tackiness that would have. And then you have a Micro Mayfly Nymph, which if you like fishing quill-bodied nymphs, go ahead and give this video a like. Let us know your favorite color of quill, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.